the best version of me is playing them pressure moments, and that's why I play football. That's the excitement that I have when I walk out onto the pitches. There's 22 players on this pitch. I want to be the best.
Morgan, hey.
Hey, you okay?
Are you? Nice
good,
to meet you.
You too.
I just thought we had to come here and talk to you. 7 goals, 4 assists so far in the Premier League. It just looks like you're really enjoying your football.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing for me especially, is just to be enjoying myself and playing with a smile and playing with freedom, and I think that's when I play my best. So yeah, I'm in a good moment right now, and hopefully I can continue it.
Driven on vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that it?
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Let's go sit down.
Okay.
You obviously signed for Aston Villa in 2024. How did that move come about?
Yeah, we played them in the FA Cup when I was at Middlesbrough, and the day after, I think it was, Jacob Ramsey phoned me and, and said, yeah, the manager really liked you, and I was just thinking, okay, it's just a throwaway comment. It's a nice comment, but it's like, don't mean anything of it. And then a few days later, then it started to become a thing. But I was really happy at Middlesbrough. I loved the manager there. I loved everything about it, and I was just playing and thinking, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't really matter that I'm in a good moment at the time. I'm playing really well, and then, yeah, just the rest is history. Kind of happened so quickly from there, and then, yeah, here I am.
Because Villa ended up beating Middlesbrough 1-0 in that game.
Yeah.
But apparently, before the game, Unai Emery was sort of targeting you in the analysis quite a lot.
Yeah.
Did you know going into that game that he rated you?
No, I had no clue. And the manager, and how I know he is now, he would never show that either.
Really?
There's players that, obviously every game he'll pick out certain players for the opposition, but if he saw them, he would never give them the time of day. That's not how he works. But yeah, it's nice to know now that that's what he thought.
Yeah, that's quite cool, isn't it? What is your relationship like with him?
It's getting better. He's an incredible manager, an incredible person, always thinks about you first. But this season, and we've had a few more kind of conversations one-to-one and kind of spoken a bit more and got a lot closer in that sense of it. Whereas last season it was just probably more strictly on the pitch and tactics and what he wants from me, what he asks for me, whereas now we've kind of got more of a working relationship, which is really nice, and I think that comes with just experience and time. But yeah, he's one of the best, and he's really helped me in my career so far, and hopefully that can continue. Because
obviously this season you've been on fire. Do you think that close relationship that you've got with Unai this season has helped you?
Yeah, the first 5 games where I struggled this season at the start were massive. I think I spoke to him every day, and he was just helping me, telling me to keep going, telling me he believes in me, telling me he has that trust and that faith in me. I think that's where you kind of understand the man more than you do when you're playing well. But when you're playing well now, it's easy for him to come up to me and say, well done, you're doing well, especially the start of this season with how I was struggling at the start, how he was there for me, how he helped me, and how he got me through that tough period. And now luckily, yeah, I'm trying to repay and try and do well for him.
Because one of those games that I think you were struggling quite a bit during the game was that Bologna game in the Europa League. And there was quite a lot of sarcastic cheering from some of the fans. Was that one of the games where he really helped you?
No, no. I think there was times in that game where I was ready to come off in, but
he kept you on, didn't he?
Yeah, and looking back at it now, I can see how he's a genius. At the time, it was probably times in that game where I was thinking, it's not my game, I'm not playing well, it's not working for me. Maybe it's just easy for me to just see my number up and walk off, but knowing why he kept me on and why he wanted me to go through that experience.
So was he trying to test your mentality in that moment?
Yeah, and I'd never experienced anything like that in my career before, and he knew that, and yeah, he wanted me to see how I reacted, how I went through it, and it was actually really positive. I had a conversation with him the day after the game, and he was explaining to me how proud he was of how I kept going, how I never gave up, and that was a massive moment for me in the season and kind of changed the way I look at things and how I approach everything.
How would you describe your style?
Unique, I think. A bit different to everyone that probably plays in my position. I like to see myself as someone that can do different things on the pitch when asked. I can be a number 10, I can be a winger, I can be a striker. I think I can be anything. If you ask me to do it and you give me the instructions to do it, I think I've got the capabilities to offer something different to maybe what other people don't have, which I think's a nice thing.
Are there any players that you really look up to, or is there anyone that you like to sort of emulate their style a little bit?
the person I grew up watching it was obviously Cristiano Ronaldo, and obviously the way he was in the Premier League the first time round, and how no one had ever seen it before. And I like the idea of that freedom that he played with that. So it's any players that kind of have that no care attitude and just keep trying and keep going again and keep going again. I think people like Pogba, Yaya Toure, there's a few taller midfielders that have a lot of ability and a lot of running power. So I think those are players that are kind of similar to me that I can kind of watch and look at about how they play. I don't think I've got their ability, by the way, but they're players that you they're players that you try and look up to and think, yeah, the way they play, especially Yaya Toure, the way he used to run from box to box and how good he was, how strong he was. I think, yeah, there's certain parts of my game that can be quite similar. I think he's on the next level, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I think there's certain players like that. Those are the ones that stick out in my head, that freedom, that no care attitude, and just play so freely. I think English players kind of worry too much about making mistakes, whereas I think foreign culture is a lot more freer and they don't care if you make a mistake, and I think that's where you try and pick up and learn. And so yeah, I say players like that.
You obviously had quite a few sort of loan moves. You've played at the likes of Lincoln, Blackpool, Bournemouth, and you were playing slightly different positions in some of those teams, weren't you? Do you think that's helped you now? Yeah,
massively, and the style of managers that I've been with as well. I think they all demanded different things. Some were going for the league, some were going for playoffs, some were battling relegation as well. I think that all in a washing machine kind of helps me become who I am, and I've had to experience different things, different positions, different pressures, different types of pressures, different styles of football, and I think that all helps me, and I think that's why I said when I said I can be versatile and play in different positions, I think that's helped me from those loan spells, and I think they've been really key and really important to me.
What's your favourite position?
Depends on the game.
Really?
Yeah.
In what way?
Depends where the space is. I just want to play in space. I want to have the ball. I want to be able to be me. So wherever that is on the pitch, I want to play there.
And do you think that's sort of why you've been scoring some of those incredible goals?
I'll go into a weekend not having a clue what position I'm playing. I kind of like that. It's a challenge, it's an excitement because it's different, it freshens things up. There's been certain games where obviously I've coming off the left and I've scored nice goals, but there's certain positions where people might say in the middle playing against midfielders and running with the ball and driving with spaces. And I like that. I've got different strings to my bow and I can play in different positions, but yeah, I'll go into a weekend not knowing.
Obviously there's the small matter of the World Cup coming up this year. Has that been like a big motivation for you?
Yeah, it's massive. It's the pinnacle of football. Everyone growing up as a kid wants to play in the World Cup, they want to represent their country, and me being in the pool of players that could potentially do that it's exciting. It's so motivational, especially going into this season. I wouldn't say it's on the forefront of my mind, I'm thinking about it, but you can't help but know that at the end of the season, England are going to be competing in the World Cup to try and win a World Cup. And obviously being in the last few squads and being in and around it, being with the new manager, and yeah, you get that excitement, that buzz as closer as it gets, and it's a motivation, it's there, but it's not the forefront of my mind. I want to just focus on my performances every week, playing here and then see where it takes me really, and hopefully I'll be there, but we'll see.
It's good that you're seeing it as motivational rather than pressure, because there is a lot of talk about you ahead of this summer, so you seem to also be thriving in that. Yeah,
I let other people discuss comparisons and this, that and the other. I just focus on me and what I can control, and that's my performances. That's me coming into training every day and trying to work and trying to improve and get better, and the rest will take care of itself.
Back to this season then. As you said earlier, Aston Villa, you're third. Are you in the title race?
Everyone keeps asking me this question. I just say the same thing. People thought we were going to get relegated before.
I know.
So we weren't speaking about relegation the same way we're not speaking about the title. We're trying to improve on last season. We're trying to finish higher than last season, get more points than last season. And that's what this manager's key on, is just improvement. As he says, we'll speak about it when there's 3, 4, 5 games left. And then we'll see where we're at, we'll see what we're competing with. But we have a goal, which is obviously going into the season, which you're probably looking at Champions League football and being in that top 4 or 5. There's still so much time to go. So yeah, we're not focused on anything other than the next game.
I think I know what your answer is going to be to this next question, but a lot of people are saying that you are the person that spearheaded Villa for their title charge. You were leading Villa for their title charge. Do you feel that pressure, or do you like that? Do you sort of enjoy that position?
First and foremost, I wouldn't say I don't think I've spearheaded it. I think it's a complete team thing that we're doing. I don't think it's down to one person. Yes, I've scored goals lately that have won games. However, the best version of me is playing them pressure moments and to deliver and to shine and to be the best player on the pitch. That's why I play football. That's the excitement that I have when I walk out onto the pitches. There's 22 players on this pitch. I want to be the best, and that's ultimately the battle and the challenge. And so I just see it as excitement. I don't really see it as a pressure. I know other people might see it as he's got to perform today, but I don't look at it like that. I look at it as, it's an exciting 90 minutes ahead, and I want to be the best player.
So what's your goal? What do you want to achieve?
I just want to be the best player, the best version of myself that I can be. I want to play in the biggest games in football. I want to be one of the better players in the league, in the world. I think that's something that's a target of mine. It's something that's an ambition of mine. I've still got a massively long way to go. Just keep pushing my ability, my potential, and keep pushing it as how far I can go.
Well, you're getting there.
Yeah.
I feel like you're on the right track.
I'm doing okay, yeah.
You're doing okay.
I'm doing okay.
Thank you very much.
No problem.